Oh man,
That voice
still
is not coming back.
still concerned. I know my wife was concerned because before Father's Day, she bought me an emergency Father's Day gift. They got me a bunch of teas, lemons. It was like this throat stuff that I use. I normally take it only once a day, but I'm gonna have to probably crank that up. So, all right. So we are here with Munchies with Max. I am Max. We are Max Fit USA, and I got Mike on the ones and twos. Yeah, buddy. You're excited to throw that swing arm pretty soon in there, but let's see what's happening. We were really pushing kind of to stay positive because we got a lot going on, and one of the big things that I've been telling everybody is even with like fitness or any type of real challenge or change in your life and what you want to create, there's going to be always a lot of negative thought, negative like words. And I always think it's very, very important in the process to either let it go inside, like when you're beating yourself up, kind of let it like give yourself a pass, understanding that, telling yourself that it's like bad or negative, like, oh, you suck or blah, 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 blah. You're not going to do much or you're not that athletic or whatever the hell you're telling yourself. At some point, you got to realize that that's kind of counterintuitive and not really going to work correctly to allowing you to actually get you to the level you want to get or get you to the place you want to be, to the change you want to, inspire. So any type of real negative thought you have, and I know that's hard. I know it's hard because I sit here and I tell you guys about it and I have to actually practice it. So it's not like it's an easy thing for me. And for me, it's not just negative, it's also very aggressive, right? So I have to really be honest with myself, talk to myself. Is that weird? Talk to yourself a lot, Mike. Um, but to make sure you stay on the right path. And then one of the best things is fitness, exercise, getting a workout in, making sure you're doing something. Something is better than nothing. And we're gonna kind of revisit some questions that never went down. Uh, and we'll go ahead and we'll get those in, and then we'll start back on the rotation. So we were so excited, or at least I was, that I totally forgot the questions last time. I was like in and out, bam, bam. We're firing. Yeah, totally. So the first question that we had last time that we never talked about was I have no time to work out. What can I do? And then the other question that we were going to talk about was no rest, no result. Oh, no. What was it? Sorry. Why am I not getting stronger or fitter when I train all the time? Okay. Ooh. Should have had my tea. Okay. I broke my Yeti handle. kind of a sad moment. But my snack tonight would be almost considered a classic snack. Sad to say this, it would probably go along with soda. It would go along with, I think we call it Coke in California, but most of my friends in other states call it soda or pop. So I got you get it at the movies. You get it at the movies, and you can use it as a straw. Mikey, we should start doing three clues. 3 clues. Thank you.
You just give me one clue.
Oh, you already knew what it was?
No, you just give me one clue. That's
normally, yeah. I give you 3 right there. Maybe I'll start hooking you up with 3. I got red vines.
Red vines. Okay.
Red vines. We've gone deep. I like the message. Peace, love, and vines. Okay. Let's see here.
What is Brian going on about?
Yeah. Inner monologue.
Oh, okay, got it.
Inner monologue. Yeah. Licorice. Yes. I almost when actually Susie, my mother-in-law, Jillian's mom, dropped this off, and I stole it back for us, technically for me. But at the same time, I was like, could I buy soda so that way I can pull off 2 ends and then drink it? I mean, is that what you got to do? You got to go down that. Oh, my teeth are so raw. Okay, so this year we got 100 calories. 3 vines, 100 calories, 5 servings per container. So, whoa. So it's got 500 calories in it.
Wait, what did it say the serving size was?
100 calories per serving, 3 twists.
Oh, okay, there we go.
5 servings per container, 15 milligrams of sodium, 0 fat, 0 protein,
12 grams of sugar,
25 grams of carbs. Never good when the first 3 ingredients are, oh man, I shouldn't even take another bite. Corn, I'm like this. Got corn syrup, wheat flour, high fructose corn syrup, citrus acid, artificial flavor.
Red 40.
Yeah, we got. I mean,
how nutritious is Red 40?
I mean,
what's your favorite ingredient? Red.
I mean, I would be happy if they just had water somewhere in there. It would just give me some water. I'd be happy if it just said they got mixed with water.
I love how it goes corn syrup and then high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. At least we got wheat flour in it.
Yeah, but like not enough.
Enough to go ranked above the high fructose corn. I don't know if adding a bunch of flour into this is a good idea either.
I love the allergen information. Contains wheat, partially produced with genetic engineering. Partially.
For sure. There's nothing in there that's like real. Okay. Well, I kind of have to have one more, but I'll hold off on that. Still as tasty as I remember. I think I'm more of a Twizzler fan. I might have to get some Twizzlers.
Only because you can peel them off. Yeah.
They're a little like harder, like more like the beef jerky.
Oh man, growing up as a kid, my mom would always buy the Costco size tub.
Oh, the red vines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have the ones that had like the like grape and they had like different flavors and then the sour versions of the same thing?
No, it was just classic red vine. Red 40, red.
I don't suffer of more problems. Yeah, for sure. My mom used to bring us home. And the funny part is my mom didn't really have a sweet tooth. She didn't really like chocolate or anything, but she would always bring us home some. But it was like a popcorn thing that it had three, and it was apple, grape, and cherry, and it was like either regular grapevines. I want to say maybe it was like black. It was like the licorice. No,
Ooh, black licorice.
I like black licorice.
Oh man, you were a Jaeger fan then.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I mean, I've had a couple bad spells where sometimes it's like, ooh, but I don't mind it. I really like it because I was told when I started doing a lot of like the outdoorsy stuff that chewing on licorice root, actual root, is another way of kind of keeping your teeth clean. And I did it for a while, and it helped keep my teeth clean and strong. Not the best tasting and not the best habit to have, like this like root in your mouth. Rah, rah, rah. Like I would only really do it. I would do it like when I was out hiking or at home. But you don't like black licorice, huh? Like holidays. On the holidays, you like the you just throw that out or what? You just only go with that strawberry because sometimes a hard strawberry. What is that like mixed pack of like in Christmas that you get? You ever get those?
Not with the black licorice in them.
Yeah, it's like little, like the little.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I like the mix.
Yeah, I was like, just give it to my sister. I'd be like, here, if you want candy, you can have it.
Some people used to always pick them out, and I'd always be like, "Yeah, sweet, thank you, thank you, thank you." Oh man, all right, another man.
Does this mean we can do shots of Underberg when I come back? Oh,
Underberg. What is that? Is that like Night Train? I don't even know.
black sludge, basically.
Yeah, no. Why can't we, I mean, is Jaeger any better? I mean,
Yeah, I would go Jaeger over
I've
Underberg.
never even heard of your alcohol, and I was a bartender for a while, so I'm confused. I'm confused if you're sludge. Maybe I have. I don't know. Is it?
So it's like you know how you said you were talking about the licorice root?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just basically licorice root shots.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cern. Thank you, Cern. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to think of myself. I was like, okay, well, it looks like we're gonna have to take some shots. So go ahead. You can drop that off at the door. Yeah.
It's bitters. It's licorice bitters.
Okay. Sweet. You got my attention.
I don't know why you would take shots of it, but
Okay. So today's workout. Spicy. Spicy.
I don't know. I enjoyed it only because I PR'd my Grace time, and I went a lot farther than I thought I would. For sure.
Where'd you get?
235 on my Grace time.
Yeah, he is concerned. He is losing it. At this point, he's just drinking liqueur. Again, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but asking for a friend. I got you. Hey, he's gonna help me host Friday Night Lights. This Friday. I'm excited. Multiple cameras. Ooh, I got the Wi-Fi for the other camera. Oh, it's gonna go off. I started losing it. Ooh, never good. Never. I started talking to myself. But I was like, "Steve, it's totally normal." I told you to himself.
To his roommate.
He's
got Wilson on a volleyball.
Every time I've ever had a surgery, I've always posted or had like I went and got a volleyball and would like draw a picture on it or like draw the Wilson and then put it up somewhere. to remind myself that, hey, I'm on this island and this is where I'm at for the next, 4 months. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Except it wasn't a Wilson, it was a Spalding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better. It's better than that. What was that movie? It was like Spiked Out or something like that, where they talked about tattooing Spalding on your forehead. Better than that. Better than that. All right. So what do we got? What do we got today? I want to see some of these times. It was hot. It was hot at 1:30.
Ooh, yeah, it was
Shenanigans. A lot of pointing at 10:30. A lot of pointing fingers.
a lot of Mexican standoff.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my peeps. Yeah. Vamos así. Everybody was fired up. Fired up.
All right, so today's workout, guys, if you didn't experience it or if you didn't get a chance to come to the gym, was Grace 3-ways. We did a WOD talk about it, or I did a WOD talk about it yesterday. So you start off the workout with Grace. So you can choose your weights on the tracks that we prescribe, or you can do the prescribed weight of 135, 95 for women. We got some pretty good scores here. Eric Nelson did at 75 pounds, 1 minute, 47 seconds. Christian with 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Max with 2:30. Wes with 2:32. I popped up with 2:35. Ooh, I got Nate on that one. Yeah.
I did mine in 4:30.
Yeah, but you were having a smoke break over there.
But
Yeah, but what did you do in your second one in?
4:30.
4:30.
4:30. I stamped it. I felt the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time.
All right, G with 3:30 here, 95 pounds.
She said she didn't feel good afterwards.
I definitely don't feel good. I still have yet to recover from the 2:35.
Yeah, I didn't do right. I didn't feel right at all.
Yeah, you did 4:30.
I'm all bruised up too. I'm all bruised up on my shoulders. Saturday and today, like today got me good. It's only Monday.
Oh, it looks like Alma got a PR here.
Yeah.
You won.
Lily, 3:30 as well.
Yeah, Lily with 3:30.
The girl.
Taylor with another PR, 65. I was there. I saw her do that.
Nice.
2:20 for Darla.
Rachel, what did Rachel? 145.
Rachel did 55 pounds.
Okay.
She hung onto the bar.
Alex, what did Alex use?
Alex did 55.
55. All right. Good.
Erica here, 95. Oh, no, 55 pounds here. 240. All right. Lily with 242. Savannah with 345, 45 pounds. Sasha completed at 45 pounds. Tazine, let's see, 45 pounds as well. Some pretty good scores on the first part. So Grace was done. And then the second part was Grace again, but at a heavier weight. Christian got out of there in 329. Pawhead did at 135 on the was it the 55 or no 75 track?
All right.
Right. 346. Nate got out of in 4 minutes. Nikolenko in 423 on the girls' side. Jillian did it in 2 minutes flat. Taylor with 325. Rachel with 330. Oh, let's see what Giselle got at home. At 85 pounds, she did it in 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And we got a bunch of completeds here.
What do we got over here with Ramirez and Smario?
85.
Why wouldn't they put their times?
239. Probably got capped? No? Maybe they got capped?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe they got capped.
Yeah, and then they got the leftover. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Eric at 135 here. Okay.
I'm
5 minutes. Oh, we got
right.
Cap.
20, got 20 of them.
Rich got 30. He did at 75.
That boy 430.
And then the last part was essentially an AMRAP. If you got out of the first two parts, you did it at the heavier weight, your third weight, for as many as you can. I didn't get to go to this part, so I didn't get to go to this part of the party. It looked fun, though, watching from a distance.
31.
Christian with 31, Max with 21. Did we figure this out? Wes got 16.
16. 16. Nathan got 20.
Nathan got 20.
Nathan
Q got
20.
11 at 185. Dean got
Oh,
one
boy.
rep at 185. I got 0.
Yeah, he was gonna call it, and I was like, bro, just rest, man. All right, like it's hard sometimes to rest in a workout. I get it, but it's important. You learn so much. Same thing with the doubles. You know, like when people are trying to learn how to do muscle ups or like pull ups or any type of gymnastics, they'll learn how to do a double before they understand how many actual reps they can do in a minute. So if you could do 6 reps a minute, which is 1 rep every 10 seconds, then okay, then you should be able to do, let's say you start trying to do doubles and you're doing 2 every 30 seconds. That's still only 4 minutes. You're still doing 2 less than you were before. So you want to condition it to a point to where when you learn how to do multiples, you're not going to suffer from your conditioning and not having to be able to move. So that's something where a lot of people, I think they kind of don't really see that, and they kind of miss that kind of spot of their development. And I think you should always be aware of what can you do for singles in a minute versus what you're holding on to. So again, if you're doing sets of 5 and you're trying to learn and condition it, then yeah, you're gonna have to take longer rests. But if you're trying to go fast and you're doing 5 a minute, and in reality you could do 3, and you haven't really like locked in 3 and being able to do 3 all the time, like solid, clean, and doing 3 every 30 seconds, that's still 1 more rep. So understanding that is really how you'll develop that type of skill. And I just don't think we'll sit there and like look at that, but I'll make sure that I'm always pushing that kind of situation. Yeah. They don't, that doesn't happen. There's no grace. Okay, poor Ryan. This is what I do to my members. So I got some advertisement from F450 on my feed today on social media, and I screened videoed it, and then I sent it to him. I was like, "Bro, you've been cheating on me." And it was a guy. It was a guy with a hat, and it looked just like him. Poor guy. But that's the kind of stuff that I do to my members. I give them love like that. Was that camera that bad for you too, Mike? You went over there?
Yeah, it's catching up.
It is? Wow. You went over there and I was like, roboto. Like I thought I was going to give you a robot arm.
Yeah, I'm just swapping it back and forth until it catches up.
There it goes.
There we go.
So what about... I guess that was kind of my rant, in the sense of developing your skill, huh? Tomorrow. Oh, hey, hello. Yes. Okay, so I feel like at my gym, and even really like the kids that were communicating with me today online, really showed me a really good understanding of work to rest ratio. And that's kind of why I went off on that tangent just now on the gymnastics development. And also too, when I'm seeing it, one of our kids that helps us with social media and then also helps us with MaxFit, he's a big part of what we're doing right now. Talal, he actually has been really, really smart about listening to the work to rest ratio. And I've been watching him, and mind you, he's young and stuff like that, but I hadn't seen him go through 21 like muscle ups or 45 handstand push-ups. He's developing these gymnastic skills really quick and quite rapidly, and mostly because he's willing to physically look at the clock. And I didn't even have to remind him of that today. So I even know that Lily is another person that trains with us, and she's actually doing really well with that, starting to understand that as well. Same thing with, going into a workout and understanding, hey, I'm just going to get a certain amount of muscle ups. I'm just trying to develop it, or a certain amount of handstand walks. It's been cool to see that process for a lot of these guys. It's one of the things I really like doing. And then online, it's kind of hard to really communicate that. So I guess we're blessed now to really have kind of these moments, and then also too, like the texting and then the emailing and all that kind of stuff. But mostly I get a lot of like interaction from daily videos and then texting. So that's kind of where I live on my phone in that sense. Bummer. But the stuff I see people do, let me tell you, just to think, like, being in quarantine and getting out of quarantine, and a lot of people were like really, really nervous of their physical fitness. And I was like, oh, guys, what we do and how we train, like, it's good. We do good stuff. We like, not only do we actually do good stuff as a community, but like physically fit, and like what we do for ourselves, we actually do good stuff, and it's been great to watch people come back and PR things like Grace, PR things like Diane, even online PRing it, staying home, but still doing it and doing really well. So I just want to take this moment and say, hey, great job. Keep it going. Truly hashtag that dedicated to the program. It's always great to see that when you guys actually use that, because that was actually self-created through like my home gym athlete. So it was pretty cool. Watch that clock. It caught up. That's nice.
Hooray!
All right. Thank you.
I got my own board, buddy.
I know, but I was gonna. Hey, remember, I wanted to buy you the one with 30 something of them. So
I don't need 37 buttons.
Yeah, I want to be like, I want to feel like maybe Eamon's on the other side. Hey, so we should have started every rant with the spooky music. I feel like hey, hold on. You hit yours at the same time. Ready? And go. I think that's how they mix stuff.
That's legit.
Oh, we're stupid. That's so good. I'm telling you, you would have fun with a lot of buttons. A lot of buttons is.
I don't need a lot of buttons.
Your jam, Mikey. I mean, I'm a Tim Allen kind of guy. So the more buttons we have, the better.
That didn't work out for Tim Allen.
It did it? Hey, he's got a show right now. I thought he was putting something out right now.
No, that got canceled.
Yeah. Hey, what did he do?
No, it was because it was like a Republican show.
Oh, good. I'm joking. I'm gonna get so much hate for either way. I have so many friends on both sides that I'm just an instigator at this point. I feel like I just go around just instigating. Hey, I'm still gonna pencil in Ross Perot. I'll still say that today. Jillian gets so mad at me. If she gets on here right now, she's probably gonna yell at me. She's like, "You just can't go around saying that you're penciling people in." Like, yeah, they have a spot. So careful, Mikey. Where would you say you're going?
2052.
2052.
Mike wins for president. Mikey wins for president.
68 at the time I said. 68. Okay, let's see. Hey. So let's look at this first question. I have no time to work out. What can I do? One of the best things that I recommend first for my older clients at home, or like clients that I only see like once or twice a week, especially the older guys or the people that it's really hard to move and be able to get to me or me to get to them. I ask I ask for them to start walking post meal. So if you're eating 2 to 3 times a day, I try to get them to eat obviously 3 to 5 times a day. But if they're eating at least 3 times a day and they're walking twice, that starts to give me somewhere around 15 to 25 minutes of exercise. And I know that's not like a lot of us are going to be like walking, but that's really good for the digestive system. It's really good for the body and the blood flow, specifically post meals. So that's like kind of the first thing that I kind of recommend. And then just really doing anything at home, grabbing stuff, picking it up, making sure you're doing it smart and correctly, obviously. But, push ups, calisthenics, all that kind of like kind of PT kind of activity. So one of the other issues though I find with doing stuff at home is the pushing, right? I always talk about we're forward animals. Everything we're doing is anterior chain. So we want to work our posterior chain. So you're gonna have to develop that towel row or ensure that at home you're doing a lot of rowing. And even when people tell me like the workouts that they do at home, you can always tell that it's either quad or pec dominant. And unfortunately, that's just going to give you internally rotated shoulders or cause the hips to kind of internally pelvic tilt. So I would highly recommend that you guys focus on when you're doing something for your front side, you do it for your back side. And what I mean by that is like if you're doing push-ups, do rows, and it could be the other day, it could be the same day, it could be every other day, and you'll still be okay. But I know that us personally at the gym, we went away from using a lot of rows, and then we started using them again in quarantine. And I swore I was like, oh, we're gonna use them when we get back. We really haven't. We've only used them once, and I think that I always find that when we really go row heavy a lot of our shoulder issues go away. So I'm really kind of biased towards them. Uh, it's just kind of me. So I would tell you to do anything exercise, walk, jumping jacks, up downs, and nothing is too much and not enough is I don't know. But really, really, really focus on just doing stuff, and it can literally be 10 to 15 minutes. I find that people don't really like walking in place. I find that interesting. That's kind of a sub now that we've added at our gym specifically because we find that people that don't want to walk in place are people that really have issues with their feet or some type of running, and they could slowly load it back. We're not telling people just run or hurt themselves. Obviously, we're doing it with a lot of care and kind of getting them more prepared. So like progressing it and regressing it, but it feels so regressed for some people that they're just not willing to do it. So, but just being willing to move 15 to 20 minutes a day 3 to 6 days a week is plenty. So ride your bike, go for a hike. I would say play a sport, but everybody gets injured after about 35, 36 when you play a sport. So just be
RIP ankles every time a pickup basketball game happens.
Yeah, every time. Same thing would be like soccer or someone gets kicked or yeah, never mind. Forget about it. All right, tomorrow we got a fun one.
You don't want to hit the second question?
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep trying to push off the second question. All these questions. I'm trying to save my voice at all costs. Yes. Why am I getting strong? Why am I not getting stronger or fitter when I train all the time? So there's a few sports that really kind of loading every day works real well. And it's the conditioning sports. However, understanding that not giving yourself enough time to recover starts to diminish your returns. So as you develop that, you got to also understand where you're at in your development. So being inside of 4 years versus being inside of 8 years is very different. So when you're inside of 4 years, your development can almost not necessarily be overloaded, giving you a little bit more rest and pushing you a little bit more and getting a new PR every so often or every week is a little bit more important than and not like huge ones. You're talking 1 pound, 2 pounds at a time, or 1 second, 2 seconds. Whenever you blow out a PR, it takes a little while to actually catch up. So then you don't get a PR for 6 months. And in the beginning, you really want to actually stay real motivated, real hungry, and actually feed the hunger by getting second PRs, 1 pound PRs, especially at a younger age. Then as you develop the skill of fitness through this course of 2 to 4 years, increasing the load and increasing the intensity to the point to where I can train 5 days a week or 6 days a week, twice a day, or 5 days a week, 3 times a day. So that's 15 sessions a week. So you're talking at the highest level. You're trying to get to these session numbers, these kind of load numbers, where I see that there's like general pop that does it a little early in their development, or they're not understanding that they're not necessarily resting. I see a lot of high level athletes do this too, and they constantly injure themselves because if they're working full time and they don't understand the stress of their work and they're not willing to actually take time off from training, then they're going to get injured. And then same thing in reverse, right? If they're training real hard and they're not willing to take time off of their work will suffer. So it's this real good understanding of what your body's doing and how often have you actually rested. And what I mean by rest is you should always give yourself 24 hours of no working out, having to deal with work, and having to deal with other what I call bullshit, which is just life stuff, right? And then the other one is making sure that you have a day where it's no working out, no work, no, like, you just almost try to have a full day to just family or just yourself, in that kind of sense of no training, nothing. That should be on the same day of no work. And sometimes people confuse that and they'll take a day off on a work day, and they'll never actually have a day where they're not working out and not working. And that's again overloading your body and not allowing your body to truly recover. All right. So if you're not developing strength and you're not developing fitness, it's really through your inability to recover, because I don't really necessarily believe in overtraining. I believe in like maybe overreaching, and that would be kind of a way of overreaching. So your body is actually just kind of breaking down. It's never really getting its gains. And really the gains trains comes from the sleeps and the recovers. So if you can really put yourself into that kind of mindset that you need those days, that's where you get better. Separating your workouts does the same. I see athletes that put themselves through a 3-4 hour situation instead of doing a 1 to 2 hour split throughout the day. And you can work around it as well if they have to work. So there's so many ways to do it. And you just got to remember that if you're not developing, it's just because you're under recovered. And how do you recover better? It's either through your nutrition, it's either through supplementation like BCCAs, creatine, really protein, carbohydrates, really going through the gamut, multivitamins, probiotics, B vitamins, B5, pathogenic or path something. You can really do a lot of things to develop your body through, again, nutrition, supplementation, and then also rest, and then recovery tools. So rolling out, stretching, and then overstretching is a problem as well. All right. So you're just going to have to play the role and just be careful, but it's important to focus on rest days. Rest days are key. You don't really want to train more than 6 days. Cool. And then you'll develop. I mean, there's some people that only like specifically Mark Bell and those guys, they'll talk about like the West Side. That West Side system will use a 4-day a week or a 5-day a week system, mostly 4. And then I know that the Texas method or even RIP uses a 3 for starting strength and stuff like that. So you got really low training days with a lot of heavy lifting to make people really strong. Cool. Tomorrow's workout. Woo, yeah, Nancy.
Second girl in a row this week, Nancy. 5 rounds, 4 times.
technically there were that other workout. There was like a girl inside of a girl, and then it was like, okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Tomorrow's workout, guys, Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. Nancy, 5 rounds for time. This is actually one of my other favorite girls to do workout-wise. You have a 400-meter run and then 15 overhead squats, just over and over and over again for 5 rounds. Are we capping this?
Yeah, probably like 25 minutes.
25 minutes? That's more than enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's more than enough. A lot of the times we'll attack this workout where the 400-meter run's kind of like our would be our rest period because we try to keep up with the 15 overhead squats. But the weight is light enough where you can hang on to all 15 to go for an unbroken set, and then kind of hit the 400 at a very moderate pace. I wouldn't take this as like a recovery run. I would go like try to get around like a minute 20 to a minute 30 run every time, and then you'll get out of there. Like 25 minutes is plenty of time to get this all
Oh yeah, normally I cap it at like 20.
Yeah.
I've even capped it lower. I think at like 18 and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they get a little extra time tomorrow.
Yeah, this workout's pretty straightforward. It's just a little bit of strength overhead and then a little bit of cardio.
It's for sure one of those ones where you have to understand how to either reverse split or keep the pace on and then stamp it every round. And then you definitely got to understand that you got to, whatever you choose for your weight, for your overhead squat, it should be something that you could do 15 unbroken every round until maybe the 5th round and then still do it unbroken.
Yeah.
So
you do not want to be power snatching or squat snatching like multiple times in this workout. You just want to get it up once and then like just go and hang on, guys.
Yeah.
There's no reason that
I would almost rather watch people scale it down to a bar to see 15. We should almost make it a burpee buy-in rule at the gym that if you drop the barbell or the bar inside your set, you have to do 5 burpees to buy back in.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of empty bars then if that's the case.
Call it Nancy buy-in.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Oof.
Yeah, because I mean, really, if you're doing the 400, what's a fast 400? 70 seconds.
Yeah, like a minute
So
10.
80, let's say 85, 80 seconds, right? So a minute 20, a little jog here and there. I don't know. And then the overhead squats, 30 seconds. So 2 minutes around, 2:10 around with transition, maybe 2:30 at the slowest.
Yeah.
So
you're looking at like a 12 to 13 minute workout.
Yeah. I've capped it at 15 before.
Yeah. So
that's where I'm like, but I got it now. Now I'm interested to see why I gave them such a long cap. So maybe I did want them to go ahead and work the heavier load if it was heavier for people. So that's what I would probably assume. Sweet. All right, man. Good start to the week. Awesome start. We got a lot of good stuff. I know we're going to be putting out a lot of stuff too. We're going to be playing with different things. So give us feedback if you like certain things we're doing. If you saw things that we've done before that we haven't been doing, like how-tos or exercises or things like that, and you want to see more of it, let us know. But give us a little bit more. Hashtag ask Max questions. Ask, what is it? Questions Max questions. Hit them up. Yeah, hit them up. So hit me there or email me or stick it in my DM. You guys always don't mind doing that one, but I'll get them either way. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. So keep them coming. Keep up the work. Keep the change. Keep the talks. It's been good. Love you guys. One love. Thanks, Mikey. Doing good here. Hey, look, we're out early. Hey, good night. Love you guys. Oh, man, how old this shirt is.
Are we out early or are we on time?
All right. Good work. Man, these lights are on fire. Wow.